Welcome to another edition of Talking Models. Today we're continuing our series on Earthbound Studios, B-movie, Big Heads. Up today, The Thing from Another World. This is a beautiful, beautiful kit, sculpted by Joe Simon, and just is a beauty to behold, and of an iconic character of The Thing from Another World. Let's talk a little bit about what I did with this one. I'm going to, of course, as always, spin it around so you can take a quick look at it and see all the detail Joe has in there. From the base with the little pieces from the movie, the crates, the pieces of wood that he carried, the name, The Thing from Another World right in the base, little snow peaks all over. And you can just see that there's just so much detail from the veining in the head to his space outfit. Everything is in there. The veining, the expression, the eyes. What a great job. Bravo, Joe. And bravo, Mark at Earthbound. Okay, so we're going to start with what I did. The entire piece was base coated in black. I've talked a lot about this paint, but I don't know if I've ever showed you. This is the current one that I'm using. A lot of time, there's all kinds of brands. This is the Anita all-purpose acrylic. You can get this at Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, all those places. It's hand brushed on over a light gray primer, and that gives you your base coat. We'll start with the base. The base, I introduced several different colors. The first, I'll bring them all out here. These were all from the Garage US colors, with the exception of Freak Flex Ilgot Green. So the base was started, I misted a complete coating of pale blue over the complete base, just to give it that cold look. Over the black, it really pops out. And then what I did is I came in with the ivory white, and I started hitting all the highlights of the snow. All the top, there's a little bit of snow all over. I just kind of hit that with that white. Not too heavy, just a light misting. All the way around. Everywhere that you see snow, you want to hit it with that ivory white. Then what I did is I come in with my transparent black. And this is this is from Comart, from Awada. Invest in it. Like I say, I get the big bottles of it, and I just keep filling the smaller bottles up because it's easier to maintain when you're filling your airbrush. So I come in and just started kind of lightening everything up, just to kind of bring it all down. Then what I'd like to do is then I came back in with the blue again, and I just kind of hit highlights of it, a little bit heavier. Like everywhere you see tops of the sculpt, follow the sculpt. Joe's got everything in here. Just hit all the areas. All the way around, hit it a little bit heavier with the pale blue. So in other words, you get in a little bit closer instead of the back. When you're putting your base coat, you want to get closer and just hit that highlight. And then what I do is I come back in and just a little, like I discussed in my other videos, it's a waltz, 1, 2, 3 with the transparent black. And then again, I come back in with the white and the pale blue and just hit the highlighted areas a little bit heavier, just to bring out the detail, make it pop a little bit. And that was it with the base area. Now for the crates and the pieces of wood, I enlisted Garage US Colors Tie-In Brown. And I just started hitting every piece, everywhere there's some wood or crates on the base. Up at the top, the boards on the side, the crate on the other side. There's a partial crate on the back. Just hit that with the tie-in brown. You know, kind of go in, put a nice coverage on it. And then I came back in with the transparent black to kind of bring it all down. And then come back in with the original color, tie-in brown. And just hit all the highlight areas, just a little bit heavier. Just get a little close and just hit the highlighted areas to give you that dirty wood look. And that's all I did with the crates. Now on the front of it, what you have here is I wanted to make that kind of cold looking but reflect the greens and the name. So behind the lettering, what I did is I used that ivory white and I kind of just misted that. I used my Badger Chrome so I can get a little bit tighter and just misted the whole area. Then I listed the Ilgot Green from Badger Freak Flex line, and I just hand painted the letters. All of it in the green. And then what I did then is I came back in with the white and kind of just misted the bottom of it like snow had covered the name and kind of washed away a little bit. and just hit all the bottom areas of the thing, and then From Another World. Just a real light, get your finest airbrush out, and just kind of a light mist. And it just looks cool, like the snow's melted off. And that is all I did with the base. Now, on to the Thing from Another World. Started with him over the black. I enlisted Garage US Colors Olive Green. And I just misted the whole piece with the olive green. Make sure you get a nice full coverage. Just put it on if you have a Lazy Susan. Use it. If not, go get one. Just kind of put it on, and you can just spin it around if you can picture it, and get your full coverage. Once that's done, what I did is I took the transparent black and just lightly misted the whole piece. Stay about 12 inches back and just spray. If it's watering up on you or running, you're too close. Just get back. You don't have to thin it. Just spray it, and then you'll be fine. Next up, I enlisted Garage US Colors Light Green, and I started just hitting all the highlights. Around the nose area, top of the nose, top of the eyebrows, chin, cheekbones, tops of his head. Just a light misting, again about 10-12 inches back, and just hit the areas. You want to get a little bit heavier on the top sections, top of the lips, bottom, chin. Follow the sculpt, and just keep hitting it and work it out. And then you can bring in that transparent black, kind of tone it down a little bit, just some misting. And then once you tone it down, you'll see where you need to hit your highlights again. Don't get crazy and hit it all. Just hit the highlighted areas of the kit, and you'll get this look that you see here. And that's really all I did with the head. It's a back and forth process. The light green, transparent black, light green, transparent black, till you get to shadows in the areas that you're looking for. Next up, I brought in Garage US Colors Transparent Mars Red. And then for that, I hit all the bottom of his eyes, top here, lips area, little bits in the folds here, kind of follow the lips down to the side. All his veining was done with the Transparent Mars Red. I just wanted something a little bit different, but not quite green. So I hit all his veining with that Transparent Mars Red, just to give it a little bit of a look. Below his eyes, he has some veining here. Just hit that with the Transparent Red. You're going to need a real fine airbrush for that, whatever you use. My choice is the Badger Chrome. Gets in nice and tight. I also have a Soltar 2020, and occasionally I'll pull that out for this kind of work. And then you want to kind of just mist over that real light with that transparent black, just to kind of bring it all down so it's not too angry. And just kind of make sure you hit the areas so it gives it that reddish alien look. And that's all I did with the shadowing around the eyes and his veining. Now what I like to do is take red oxide, and I always take a fine brush and just right below the eye here, what I do is I like to hit that area with this, and it just gives it that nice distress look. Usually go right in the center of the lips with this color too, to give you that distress look, and a different color of red, and it just really looks cool. Just makes the piece look great. His eyes, I tried something different. I wanted just a whited out look. So with the chrome, I just airbrushed that ivory white inside here, just to give it that blank look. Just go real light. Don't go too close because it will run, but just get enough, maybe about 3-4 inches. Hit it in. Took some red pastels and distressed the eyes on the side. And that completed the eyes, believe it or not. That's all I did. It was simple, but yet, as you can see, it gives it that alien look that you want to get. Now, for the crescendo of the piece, for me anyway, I wanted a spacesuit that looked kind of reflective and spacey. So over the black, I enlisted my favorite things to play around with. Iridescent blue from Garage US Colors. They have a whole set of colors. Get them. And what I do with that, normally with iridescent paints, you want to stay back about 10-12 inches and just mist over it to give it a different hue. I was doing that with this, but by mistake I got too close. I was not paying attention. Blame it on the TBI, whatever. I just lost my train of thought. But I liked what happened. So I got real close on this and just started hitting heavy. A little bit heavier in the front folds, around the neck collar, tops of the folds, and it gave you that spacey alien spacesuit look. I don't know how else to explain it. And if you look around it, it just gives it that bright blue, something that I think you would see from a 50s sci-fi movie. Colors. Even though they were black and white, when they colorize them, this is what I seen. So I just kept hitting those highlights, shading it with transparent black, coming back in with that iridescent blue and just getting real close and just hitting all the highlights. And obviously, that completes the spacesuit. Pretty quick, pretty easy, but very effective. The little bit of skin tone here that you see from the alien was the duplicate process of what I did on his head. And that, friends, is the Thing from Another World. I believe this is still available from Mark Brokaw over at Earthbound Studios. I'll put his contact information. Add this to your collection. If you haven't heard of the Earthbound Studio Big Heads, where you been? Give it a look. You won't be sorry. And I thank you today for stopping in to Talking Models and looking at this beautiful kit sculpted by Joe Simon, molded and casted through Earthbound Studios, the Thing from Another World. Thanks again for stopping in. Please hit the subscribe button. Share the channel with your friends. Share it in the hobby. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great day. May God bless.